there's a lot of people out there committing crimes. A lot. People that look like that. Let's see what they're talking about.
Tonight, the search continues for a gunman who shot and killed a man on a King County Metro bus almost a month ago. Today, charges were filed, even though no arrest has been made. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Solis.
I'm Madison Wade. The new court documents outline the unprovoked shooting, and King 5's Cornelius Hawker has the latest details tonight.
Madison, Steve, the shooting happened in White Center back on October 3rd. Video from the bus shows the gunman and the victim never spoke to each other. Investigators believe this was a random crime.
So now this particular individual just decided to delete this guy on the bus. And what I find fascinating is that Actual Justice Warrior did a video where he said that the knockout game is something that's inherent to black teens. How many people saw that video? If you guys saw that video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't see that video, give me a thumbs down. So now let me ask you guys about this particular situation. If we look at one instance of this occurring, should we attribute this particular crime to this individual's ethnicity? Because why would this individual do this? Shout out to Simply Too Deep over on Twitch. What's good with it, Simply Too Deep? I mean, these are these questions that we got to ask.
Tonight, the search continues for a gunman who shot and killed a man on a King County Metro bus almost a month ago. Today, charges were filed, even though no arrest has been made. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Solis.
I'm Madison Wade. The new court documents outline the unprovoked shooting, and King 5's Cornelius Hawker has the latest details tonight.
Madison, Steve, the shooting happened in White Center back on October 3rd. Video from the bus shows the gunman and the victim never spoke to each other. Investigators believe this was a random crime.
I think when people see a murder case like this in the news, they want to know that prosecutors are taking it seriously.
Prosecutors say the new details released justify the charges and a $3 million bail.
When you read through the court documents, you see exactly why it's so concerning.
The court documents outline what happened on a King County Metro bus on October 3rd. Investigators say video captured the moment 17-year-old Miguel Dominguez shot another passenger who was apparently sleeping in the back of the bus. 21-year-old Marcel Dejan.
So now here goes my question for you guys. Why would you shoot somebody who is sleeping on the back of a bus? Doing pretty good, bro. How are you? Why would anybody do that? There's no justification for that.
Wagner was shot 5 times in the head and neck at point blank range.
So he shot this individual 5 times in the head and neck at point blank range. Now, let me ask you guys this. Don't you guys think that this would be national news? But again, this story falls out of the radar. Why not? Why is this not national news?
Passengers in shock, the gunman was seen firing 2 more shots through the bus door to get the driver to open it. Those bullets hit a nearby medical building.
It's getting crazy.
That's Pam Brown. She uses public transit to get around and says she's never personally had a problem, but has seen some things
People fighting.
that make her think this.
I think they should put a security guard on them. I really do. On certain buses that have the problems.
After the shooting, security...
Hold on real quick, man. I got to look at this lady's forehead. It look like somebody kind of busted her upside her head. Don't it look like she kind of got like a little lump up there? Like somebody might have took something to her head?
Have the problems.
After the shooting, security was increased, but Pam knows they can't be everywhere all the time, and they can't predict random shootings like the one Dominguez is accused of committing.
I think we need to keep our eyes and our ears open and just watch out for people and let the Metro drivers know what's going on.
Dominguez will be charged with first-degree murder and second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm once he's called.
When you particularly have circumstances like this one, you want to make sure to get it before the court right away.
Again, even though those charges have been filed, Dominguez has not been arrested.
So here's my question. Why hasn't he been arrested? You guys got any guesses as to why this particular individual hasn't been arrested for this? Yeah, I gotta agree. If you guys agree with Simply Too Deep because it doesn't fit their stupid narrative, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. David Brown said, the W brick lady. Man. So here goes another report on that same crime. Let's see if they give us any more information. And if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please take a moment. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, make sure you guys take a moment, hit the bell and subscribe.
Well, and we've been asking police for weeks if they have any updates about the shooting death of 21-year-old Marcel Wagner. You can see a memorial here to him at the bus stop where this happened today. The teen accused of shooting
Marcel Wagner. I wonder if this guy is a black guy. Looks like he might be a black guy. That's why they got these pictures all all blurred out. Oh, let me see this real quick. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm about to see if we can find some images. Let's see if we can find some images. See what we got here. Let me see. No. I'm not seeing anything showing this individual Marcel Wagner what he looks like. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna see if they got it over here real quick. Yeah, so this dude's name is Marcel Wagner, the individual that got deleted. So I'm pretty sure that this was a black dude that got deleted. He was 21 years old. So now we know for the most part why he's not arrested. What do you guys think? The name Marcel Wagner. What do you guys think about that name? That sounds like a brother, doesn't it? Prosecuting attorney called Marcel Wagner's death a senseless execution of a total stranger. I got the feeling that if this individual walked up to this dude and did this, he wasn't a stranger. Either this was a hate crime or they had some past history, but it wasn't just no random act. And honestly, how they gonna say it's a random act? They haven't even interviewed old boy. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, we about to dive into this a little bit deeper because there's a little bit more to this that they not letting us know about. See, I thought we was gonna be able to get through a little bit more of this, but apparently we not.
Well, and we've been asking police for weeks if they have any updates about the shooting death of 21-year-old Marcel Wagner. You can see a memorial here to him at the bus stop where this happened today. The teen accused of shooting him was charged with...
So here's my question. Why are there no more pictures of this Marcel Wagner other than this memorial here? I'm looking and I can't find any pictures of him. And shout out to Carla for answering that Nightbot.
With first-degree murder, and prosecutors say there was no interaction at all before the shooting. This is 17-year-old Miguel Rivera Dominguez, who police say fired a gun 7 times on board this King County Metro bus on October 3rd in what prosecutors now describe as a senseless execution of a total stranger.
It makes my heart sink and it scares me.
The shooting on board the bus happened during the evening commute. Court filings say Rivera boarded the bus in Burien and rode for 12 minutes before he stood up, went to the back of the bus, and shot the victim, Marcel Wagner, 5 times.
There he is right there. It is a black dude. A young black man, a 21-year-old. Now, here's my question. How many people heard about this? This is probably why you didn't hear about it.
Police say it appeared Wagner.
So now, you know, if we talk about this particular crime and getting justice for this crime, what are everybody going to say? They're going to all say the same stuff that they always say. What is everybody going to say? Why, this young man's life doesn't matter. What matters is black on black crime. How disrespectful is that to the victim's family? People like Larry Elder, Officer Tatum, Candace Owens. Let me ask you guys a question. What does quote unquote focusing on black crime have to do with this particular crime right here? Because this wasn't a black on black crime. So do you all think that all of the propaganda from that particular part of the government that says not to focus on crimes against black people could possibly be the reason why it took us this damn long to find out that the victim of this particular crime was a random black person who was asleep, by the way? They can't sit there and say that this guy was being a disturbance or anything like that. This dude was asleep away from this particular individual. Now, what made this higher quality, higher IQ individual go to the back of the bus and do this to this individual right here? Somehow, all of these people, I want everybody to understand this. The whole purpose of the population at large is to try to somehow make this particular situation self-defense. Would you guys agree? Now, mind you, it doesn't make sense how there could possibly be a need to defend oneself from somebody who was asleep, but that's what they all will do.
Police say it appeared Wagner was asleep when he was shot.
You're sleeping on the bus and you get shot and killed execution style.
Police say Rivera then demanded to be let off the bus and fired 2 more times through a door. The charges say he ran off and...
Why didn't anybody call the police? I want you guys to understand this. The United States and the people in it have set up a situation where people are okay with watching a random black dude be publicly executed because every other race of people on the planet has continued the narrative of that person is probably guilty of something anyway. So now here's my question. What kind of safe environment does that make for your future son or your future daughter? Or your current son or your current daughter? You guys see this, right? Not only did this individual delete this individual at the back of the bus, but the bus driver and everybody on the back of the bus let him off the bus. Jordan Neely sure as hell didn't get off of the subway, did he? And he didn't even delete anybody.
Still hasn't been apprehended.
Safety on the bus is definitely an issue. We need more bus security.
The shooting has rattled transit riders who were already concerned after a stabbing and a hammer attack at a train station just days before.
You got people doing fentanyl and God only knows what else, robbing people for their sneakers.
So now that's an interesting optic.
And it goes on and on and on.
King County Metro pledged more security would be on the H line.
And notice how they didn't get any of this individual's family, and they got all of these particular people as the people that they interviewed. If you guys notice that, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't notice that, give me a thumbs down. I'll run it back.
After the shooting, but as Como News has reported, the Metro Transit Police are seriously understaffed.
With all the problems with like the drug use, the fentanyl and everything, and now we got this kind of stuff happening.
As detectives continue to search for Rivera, passengers who depend on the bus say they're uneasy.
Riding the bus.
Let me ask you guys this question. What are they uneasy about? That they might have to witness something like this again?
Now for me, it's forever changed.
Now, because of how Washington law works, Rivera, who's 17, was directly charged with first-degree murder in adult court. Police say that he is known to use the transit system. He's still on the run, and they ask anyone who knows where he is to call 911. Prosecutors have asked for $3 million in bail once he's arrested. Reporting live in White Center, Jeremy Harris, Como News.
So they're clearly not looking for him very hard.